Welcome in. Today is Monday, August 11th, and we have a brand new movie to tell you about that's coming out. Well, kind of. Also, let's get into all the preseason storylines and leave it to a woman, of course, to screw things up.
Sports, comedy, pop culture, and everything in between. By idiots, for idiots.
This is Sports Idiot Nation.
Sports, comedy, pop culture, and everything in between. Welcome back, sinners. This is Season 2 of Sports Idiot Nation.
Welcome into Sports Idiot Nation, the only podcast with the word idiot in it that comes to you 3 times a week. I feel like that's the best I can do. The only, right?
Say that holds weight. That holds weight.
Yeah.
That holds weight.
Sports Idiot Nation, this is Season 2. I am Adam Marino, as always, joined by usually, T.I. and...
Sometimes me, sometimes not me.
And you know the other Marino. Alex, we're going to talk about some preseason. We're going to talk about drafting because our very own Titans Idiot is drafting right now. And he's doing a live draft.
Doing that.
So shout out to Turf Wars. Yes.
Yeah, Fantasy Turf War. Shout out to Corey there. I'm currently drafting live right now, Corey.
Let's go through your team. Let's go through it.
Currently, we are in round 5. I'm currently looking at Achan, Derrick Henry, Josh Allen at QB, and Marvin Harrison Jr. is my current team.
Okay, now, Alex, here's where I want to start with you. We're going to get into all things preseason and all that, but real quick, first I want to ask you, Alex, right before you came on, T.I. had a dilemma, and I went ahead and gave him my opinion, but T.I., ask Alex.
Sure. So with my second round pick, I like to go running back. That's my MO unless something crazy happens. And I was trying to pick between Josh Jacobs, the workhorse, versus Achan, the versatile weapon. I landed on Achan. I would have been fine with Jacobs. I had both of them last year, and they produced heavily for me. But you are the expert here. So who would you have went with in that second round pick?
Man, I really feel like you can't go wrong either way with those two guys. I think of those guys as like B plus like type guys, and then maybe there's like 5A guys, above that tier. Mm-hmm. I really think it's going to be Achan's year. Achan. He's
yep.
But here's the thing that sucks is he's a wee little man. I mean, he's like 5'9", and he's no Derrick Henry. We'll just say that. And he gets hurt a lot. And that's one of the things that just makes me nervous about him because we know he has explosiveness. Sure. He's in a great offense. They got rid of Jonnu Smith, right? So we just assume like him, Waddle, Tyreek, everything's going to be more kind of concentrated towards those guys. So I'm with you. And fingers crossed that he doesn't get hurt because I got him in a few places also.
Yeah, me too. One thing you did touch on was the guy that you mentioned that he's not, and I did draft that guy before him. So I got Henry and Achan. So we're doing just good.
And he didn't know that. That's what's funny. He didn't know that.
We were doing just good there. And I am next up here, guys. So
all right, let's see it. What do you got?
All right, I'm drafting. Here we go. We got a minute to go. I am drafting. Where are we at? We are at 67th overall. Man, I feel like I really could use another running back personally. I've already got 2 wide receivers. I'm not too keen on who's here at this next selection. I mean, I need another Dolphin like I need a hole in the head. So I'm going to do something that I don't usually do, but since Tajay got hurt last night, I'm going to draft Tony Pollard as my RB3 at 67 here, when it seems like he's going about 65. So, hey, I'm okay with that. I don't have to rely on him until bye weeks. I'm not a homer. I don't usually draft Titans, but I see Tajay Spears not being ready for the opener, maybe a few weeks. And Tony Pollard, I watched him up close and personal in practice of the day, and you would be surprised how much of this dude is a beast. I mean, Julius Chestnut's a monster, and he was running through the sleds, hitting the things. He wasn't making the noise that Tony Pollard was when he's hitting things. So I'm excited about what he's going to do this season. So, hey, I'm fine with it. Usually my MO is don't draft Titans, but I just did it.
Yeah, and he's a newer. He didn't start with them, and this is his second, third year.
second year, and he killed it
Second
last
year,
year for
yeah.
him. So, and with Tajay not being available, I mean, they're gonna be relying on him heavily for those first few weeks for sure. So we'll see. We will see.
All right, so let's get into. There's an interesting stat that I don't even know if Alex knows this yet. So I did some research here. Out of all the games, and we're talking even from the games that Alex and I already went over on our Friday show. Reminder: new shows of Sports City Nation are every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So if you're looking for info about the preseason games that happened on Thursday, you will not find them here because we already did it. So check out the previous episode. But when you count that, the quarterback play from the Colts, Ravens, Bengals, Eagles, and Raiders, Seahawks game, and then you mix them with all of the games that happened since, there's an interesting quarterback stat. Did you guys know that 50%, 16 out of 32 starters played? It's exactly 50% of the starters. Now, here's the caveat to that is the Anthony Richardson / that's a battle for first.
Yeah.
You mean the Riley Leonard battle? Because dude outplayed both Daniel Jones and Anthony. I mean,
exactly.
Come on, man.
But
and Riley Leonard's not a slouch by any means. Like, he might win that job. I mean, that's how pathetic it is.
We'll
anyway,
see.
Don't get me started.
But
we can do a whole episode about the Colts.
Yeah, but just so you know, I counted that as that was one of the starters because they are in competition. But I just find it interesting that you'd have a game where, in Seattle, nope, the starter didn't. And then in Cincinnati, Joe Burrow, a guy like Joe Burrow. But a guy like Justin Herbert does not. And then, so I just think that's interesting. I thought it would be way less, but 50% of preseason week 1, the actual starter actually started the game and played. I just feel like in today's world, that's high. Alex, did you think that number sounded high?
No, that sounds about right. I mean, you go back 10 years or whatever when we had 4 preseason games, it always was pretty much, unless you were hurt, you played the first game, but it'd be like a series or two. And then you'd play a quarter the next game and then maybe a half the game after that. And it's just like ramping up towards the season. But some coaches, they just have this philosophy. I'm not going to take a chance on starting any of my starters because I don't want to risk anyone getting hurt.
Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts, these guys, Brock Purdy, they're good to go, and they did not. They're in street clothes,
True.
And what sucks is, like, if these guys do get hurt, literally not like ruins the season, but like the whole point is to like not get off to a bad start. But sometimes when you don't get these guys in the game, sometimes they do get off to a bad start because just getting the actual game reps.
Mark Sanchez, remember Mark Sanchez was like supposed to start. Well, before that he got hurt in the preseason. You guys remember that,
dude?
Yeah,
all
he
that,
was
man.
supposed to.
I mean, what about the year that the all the hoopla was like, oh, Titans have it, freaking Julio Jones, Julio Jones, Derrick Henry, Ron Tannehill, AJ Brown. Oh, they're not going to play any preseason, not one of them. Okay, they came out against the Saints and looked like a JV team, man. Needless to say, I mean, they were still a good team that year. Obviously, we know what they did; they choked in the playoffs, but they were still a great team. But that first game was like, oh, maybe they should have played in the preseason, you bozos.
Yeah,
Come on, even if it's two drives, man, 2 series, like, give them something,
Then, because he's suspended, the Rams were in a really weird position because Jimmy G is going to be suspended. So what they did for that preseason game is Stetson Bennett played the entire.
I was going to ask if he's still there.
That is wild, yeah. Stetson Bennett.
He's like what, 45 now?
I mean, I don't know, but he was 16 for 24 for 188 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick.
I mean, he was like almost 30 years old when he was at Georgia. So,
yeah. So, the storyline is the guys that played and the guys that didn't. So I want to talk through a couple things and see how that affects fantasy. So, one thing that I was looking at is, was there anyone that jumped out to you guys that and this is for defense too, because let me shift here for a second. Alex, tell us your argument for like what you do with defense, because old school players just play defense, and I want you to give your spiel on why you use actual defensive guys and what that looks like.
Well, first off, for anyone who says they're old school, when fantasy football was invented, it had defensive players. And
Okay, sure.
It was two quarterbacks. So I'm just throwing that out there for everyone who thinks they're old school. So along the way, I don't know when, maybe 80s, 90s, who knows when the hell it was, they came up with the single QB leagues, and they came up with the concept of the team defense, and it was to dumb it down and make it easier, just to attract like more players to come in. But I love playing with IDP because there is no accidental championships when you have IDP. Like you have to create a full lineup. Now, the full lineup can be different based on each league. A lot of my leagues, we start 9 on offense, 8 on defense, so it's pretty similar on both sides of the ball. But I know that everybody out there has lost a game in the playoffs where it's like, you go against a whole team and really one guy did good, but that was enough to kind of like ruin your week for that team. And it comes up less and less when you have the IDP players, just because more players, one player isn't going to outweigh the entire, roster. So I just feel like I like it that way. Because there's no accidental championships. I hate fluky and lucky shit, especially when it comes to winning. If I win and it's fluky in the playoffs, I love it. But if I lose and it's fluky in the playoffs, I hate it.
Yeah.
Bro, I'll tell you how I won my championship in my favorite league with all my friends from college and high school, 14-team league. We've been playing for years. The guy I played had Antonio Brown as flex, and it's the game where he dipped out at halftime. And like did the peace out. And dude, I won the championship by like 8 points. Like, you think Antonio Brown would have got 8 and wouldn't have got 8 points in the second half? Yes, he would have. Doesn't matter what he did. Like, I totally won that because of Antonio Brown dipped out. My buddy Ryan was like, "Are you got to be kidding me?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah, Antonio Brown's my favorite player."
Yeah, favorite guy to look on X and see what he's up to as well.
Both of us, the guy I was up against had not won the championship either, and both of us had always been so close. So it was like everybody was like, "Oh man, whoever wins is great. It's a new winner." But I was just like, I can't believe I won it because Antonio Brown decided to do the peace out at halftime.
Dude. So
what a way to win, right?
I want to give a rapid fire of the main storylines of every game, and then TI, you tell me what jumps out to you. Stop us if you are in the middle of drafting a player, and let us know what's going on. Are you good right now? What's happening?
My pick is next. I'm in round 10.
Let's go through it.
I'm going to go through receiver. I'm probably going to pick between Jaden Reed, Jacoby Myers, or Juan Jennings, honestly.
Juwan Jennings,
yeah,
bro.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of picking Jennings because I know they're going to work that out. And he's literally like wide receiver 4, like price for like wide receiver 2 production.
Yeah.
And Jacoby Myers as well. And Jaden Reed, I love Jaden Reed because he's so versatile. But I think I've got to go with Juan Jennings because, Adam, I haven't drafted any Niners yet. And I have to have something to talk to you about, man. So Juan Jennings.
Alex, do you concur?
Yeah.
Between those three, between Myers or Reed.
Yeah, he's got some issues right now with his groin or his ankle or one of the two.
Or his contract. It's one of those, his groin hurts a lot when his contract isn't fixed.
Yeah, all of a sudden he's got that cream, that special lotion.
Well, guys want to hold out until they start getting hurt, because once you start getting hurt, no one's going to trade for you anyway. So it's like, report to camp now.
They're sure ain't about to pony up, Oh man, what the whole running back stuff back in the day. Melvin Gordon, I think, was the first person to experience that. He was like, "Oh, I'm going to hold out," and it's like, "Hey, guess what? Nobody really values you."
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was Le'Veon first too, right?
Le'Veon Bell.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh yeah, Le'Veon started it 100%.
Completely injured himself.
They had to change the rules because of Le'Veon.
Yeah. And he was my fucking keeper that year too. Thanks, Le'Veon Bell. Appreciate that.
Oh wow, that's tough,
I was like, you bastard. I mean, my league was cool. They let me switch it considering what happened, but I was like, I wanted that guy.
Yeah.
One of the guy that just
Yeah.
dominated as a
The
rookie. You know?
Steelers Le'Veon Bell, not any other
Mhm.
version.
Mm-mm.
All right, so let's go through again rapid fire. Starting with Friday, Patriots Commanders, Tom Brady statue unveiled. Drake May starts and plays. Jaden Daniels does not. Panthers Browns, Shador Sanders, 2 touchdowns. Looks actually pretty halfway decent. Bryce Young also played. So the starter played for Carolina. Lions and Falcons ended early. Good thing Maurice Norris is going to be okay. I follow him on Instagram, and he said, "Hey, I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for everyone reaching out." That was scary, though. They actually ended the game. They ended the game early in Atlanta because he just collapsed on the field and went silent. It was very crazy. Both Goff and my favorite Penix, they both sat, so the starters did not play. Then moving to Saturday, Giants and Bills.
It's eighth overall Penix to be exact.
Yeah,
my eighth overall. Ask me about my 8th overall Penix.
Yes, my favorite one. The Giants have the most interesting, above Cleveland, the most interesting quarterback room, and it's not close because they have Jameis, so they automatically win. But Russell Wilson plays, Jackson Dart plays, everyone plays. DeVito, Danny DeVito's cousin, nephew, son, I don't know who he is, but he played. They all played. Allen.
Tommy DeVito. Yeah. Tommy DeVito.
Josh Allen sat. So that's your Giants, Bills, Vikings, and Texans. JJ McCarthy played. CJ Stroud sat. Steelers and Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence played. Aaron Rodgers sat. The guy who's going 2 ways got about 10 snaps on each side of the ball, and Travis Hunter caught 2 passes and recorded 1 missed tackle, so no stat on defense, but he did play about 10 snaps on each side. And then moving to the Cowboys-Rams, Dak and Stafford both didn't play. We mentioned that with the Rams. CeeDee Lamb got run over by the referee. We posted that to Sports Idiot Nation. Be sure to follow social media. That was hilarious. If you have not seen the video, all you got to do is go to Facebook and check out Sports Idiot Nation. We do have the video there. It is hilarious.
I'm glad that ref took his shot. You know, you only get 1 shot to give it back to a player. You take it.
Yeah, dude, like, unbelievable.
Afterwards, he was like, "Go Birds!"
Yeah. Then we have, of course, the Titans. Cam Ward played. Baker Mayfield did not. Man, the offense, bro, for your backups. Your backup was my backup last year.
They're not
and
my
I
backups.
Could tell.
Not my backups.
I could tell they've
been shipped. My team, they've been shipped. Okay. As the way I look at it is this:
it's bad.
I'm calling New York right now, and I'm like, look, Jameis is the odd man out here. Let's figure this out. That's the way I look at it. Because
on the Titans, honestly.
Jameis would be perfect.
He's perfect, bro, for
perfect.
Tennessee.
And make Brandon Allen the third and just cut Tim Boyle's ass. I mean, I was at camp the other day. I was watching him. I was like, this bro's like floating. I mean, he couldn't beat out Zach Wilson in New York for the 2 behind Rodgers. Like, you got to go, man. You got to go. Yeah. There's a job for you out there. It's just not professional football. So good luck to you. Good luck to you. I appreciate it. But just going to camp the other day and just watching Cam just flinging it, and even Brandon Allen a couple times flinging it, and then just watching Tim Allen out there. Tim Allen, jeez, might as well be.
I don't think so.
I don't think so, Tim. Alex beat me to it. I don't think so, Tim.
Need some home improvement. There. The Titans' backup QB needs some home improvement. Is all I'm going to say.
That's awesome.
But yeah, they need to fix that quick. I don't know who it is, but it ain't the guys on our roster. That's all I'm going to say. Because if Cam gets hurt, then we're just stacking that top draft pick, and I'm fine with that if that's the plan. But if we have any kind of inkling of a plan, we need to have somebody back there, because Brandon Allen ain't going to show Cam Ward the ropes. Come on, man.
No, dude, he's got no ropes to show. No,
Jameis will though. So, Jameis will be like, do not go into Publix and steal crab legs, and you'll be good.
And eat a dub.
Hey, Jameis went on the pivot, and he told everyone. They always just hooked him up, but on this day, a manager was there or something, and then they tried to act like they didn't normally do that, and he was like, "Yes, I had to take it on the chin. I wasn't trying to make it any worse than it already was."
Yeah, and you know what? I actually believe that, because I would hook him up, dude. Like, if that guy's so cool, I'd be like, "Man, here's some crab legs, bro. Like, come back next time, bro. I got you." Like, come on. I kind of believe him.
Yeah.
So
Jameis won me over. You know, I've always had a issue with him because he beat my Auburn War Eagle Tigers Plainsmen in the national championship, and I've always been like, fuck that guy. But man, he's just so likable.
yeah,
you know,
he is,
so
dude.
likable.
With
So,
Cleveland in the snow, he had never played in snow last year. Remember, he was so excited. Remember that? Like a little kid.
Saw a comment. I saw a comment from what's it, a Browns fan? I don't know who. I can't remember who it was, and they were like, "You don't know what you got till it's gone with Jameis when it comes to the media, the local media, and all of it." Because you don't. National media doesn't show a lot of local media. So when you have him local, I mean, I watch a lot of local Titan stuff, and I see a lot of players doing things that nobody will ever see. But man, can you imagine having Jameis doing all that? Oh man, guy needs his own show. He's great.
So let's get back into it. Before we do, I want to remind you guys a couple things. Sports Idiot Nation comes to you 3 times a week, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Also, in the show notes, as always, whenever Alex is with us, hell, honestly, even when he's not with us, probably in the show notes, because we want you guys to know all things fantasy football. Again, the shtick with Alex is if you follow him, you don't need to follow 17 people. It's all in one.
No.
He goes live more than anyone I know. He's going to be live after this probably. I mean, he's always on. So check him out. Again, links are in the show notes, ways to follow him. Let's get back into next is Chiefs Cardinals. Both Kyler Murray, who went 7 for 8, and Mahomes both played. Mahomes threw one pass and it was a freaking touchdown. Like, okay. Like annoying, just to be annoying enough. Like 1 for 1 with a touchdown. Like,
did he throw it behind his back or like under his leg or something?
Yeah, it was like
a hook.
No look.
It's like playing horse out there.
Left-handed, I think it was. Like,
God.
Just saying, a couple episodes, I predicted, the dark horse MVP is going to be Patrick Mahomes, and he just might drop it.
Yeah, we'll see.
You're right.
Next was
he's gonna throw a touchdown with his feet this season. I'm predicting.
Yeah, walk on his hands, and then Travis Kelce will Jets Packers. Justin Fields had a rushing touchdown. He played, and Jordan Love played. So both starters played in that game. Broncos and Niners that we mentioned earlier. Brock Purdy did not play. Bo Nix did play, and I will say our defense did look good against Bo Nix. I was excited to see that. And then just yesterday, Bears and Dolphins and Chargers and Saints. Tua petitioned. I watched that game. It was a tie, but it was an interesting game to watch. I watched all of it. Bears Dolphins yesterday. And Caleb Williams sat, which I don't understand if you're Ben Johnson. And Tua petitioned to play and got his wish. He did play. Spencer Rattler, if you count that as the starter, he did play, and we know Justin Herbert did not. So there's your 50% right there. But
Spencer Rattler, that's the Arch Manning placeholder, correct? Yes. Yeah.
I don't know what he is, but he ain't it. I do know that.
Poor man. He's the poor man's Mahomes.
And I'll tell you with Caleb, I mean, they don't want to put him on display. They really don't. Like, he's so bad right now that I feel like everything would just be out if everyone knows how bad he is.
Yeah, dude, that clip of him of like 3 passes to the net and like not one of them hit, and then he's all like a baby, like frustrated and stuff, and his coach is visibly frustrated.
Even little kids going to the fair can make like one of those shots every once in a while. How do you miss so many?
Yeah, and he reacted like a kid when he doesn't win the bear at the end. Like, dude, that was all bad.
Really quick though. Hold on. I feel like for Shador, I almost feel like playing football is a waste of time. Like he should already be in the Hall of Fame. Like they should already just start.
They're retiring his jersey. I heard Cleveland is. Yeah. I heard Cleveland was going to do that.
He'll be way bigger than Cleveland than ever his buddy Johnny Manziel or LeBron James was.
Yeah.
Old Skip Bayless tweet. Love that Johnny Manziel tweet. He'll be bigger. Johnny Manziel will be bigger than LeBron ever was in Cleveland.
Yeah, get out of here, bro.
Whatever Skip Bayless is having, make mine a double and keep it coming because that man is feeling good, But man, that's one of my all-time favorite tweets. But I mean, LeBron James did take notice. I will say when Deion Sanders, your dad, it brings a little more coverage to yourself. But hey, man, I would like to be, however old dude is, and LeBron James tweeted about me, man, it's got to be a good feeling. And, he's got a lot of flack. I still think he sucks, but hey, good for him, good for him. I think he's going to work out great as a practice squad or third or fourth string, but he ain't going to be long-term. I mean, I just believe it.
I really don't understand this. This is the first time that someone has been, let's say, this hyped in the preseason, this, hyped in the OTAs and literally everything, and nothing of it has to do with football.
Absolutely. Right? Absolutely. Nailed it. What is sports memory? It was like, yeah, they've already like they already like retired his number and made a statue for him,
It just seems like the more he plays, he can only lower his value at this point.
Right. You might as well just stuff him in a shelf. I mean, his brother played against the Titans and had a couple tackles, I think, right? Is that Shiloh?
Yeah.
And
he did. Yeah,
he might make the team, they're saying. I don't know if that's a publicity thing.
I mean, he should.
He didn't get drafted, so no, technically he shouldn't, dude.
But you need more defensive bodies, though. You need more defensive bodies than you do offensive. I mean,
okay, T.I.'s a GM now. He wants undrafted defensive.
I am a GM. I did take photos with Chad Brinker and Mike Bergonzi.
Yes.
So technically, I am a GM. I'm also drafting right now. So give me just a second here.
I think we've all won championships on Madden. Okay, at least once or twice. We're all GM.
Oh yeah.
I'm going fourth string running back here, and I'm going Rashad White from Tampa Bay as my fourth string running back.
Do you have 15 running backs and no other players?
F4. No, dude, I have. I'll read off my team. I'll read off my team right now.
All right.
Josh Allen at QB, Marvin Harrison Jr., Terry McLaurin, and Jerry Jeudy as my 3. Derrick Henry, A-Chan, and T.J. Hawkinson. Right now on the flex, I have Pollard, but I also could pick between Jake Ferguson or Juan Jennings or Cooper Godwin or Rashard White. My whole point is I drafted Baker Mayfield as my backup. So my goal is on that bye week where Mayfield is in there, I'm just going to throw all those Tampa Bay Bucks in there and just see what happens, But my right now I still have 2 more bench spots. I have defense and kicker, and Rashad White is my 4th running back, and I think he's still a starter in Tampa Bay. I don't know.
It's Bucky, but
yeah, you're right. It is Bucky Irvin.
It's gonna be a split. It's gonna be a split.
He's a stud. I mean, for my 4th guy, I'm fine with it. I'm not looking at much from him. I'm just basically at this point when I draft, I just draft best available. I'm not one of these guys who chases the best kicker and shit. It's just, I mean, I think it's cool to have like Boswell or somebody, but come on, man. Like,
so
I can stream
the
kickers as far as I'm concerned.
So you brought up kicker. Let's get into it. Did you guys see the shot of the dude from Jacksonville? 70 yards.
It could have been about
at least 2. Yeah, right.
Yeah, it could have been 75, right? Could have been 80.
Well,
so I
assume 100. I mean,
it wasn't. In leagues
with 120.
In leagues with kickers, what is that, like a 50-point play?
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Yeah, that's 5 point.
It's still a 5-point play, right?
But it is crazy that. All right, let's think about this. Let's talk about the rule change. In case you do not know, and you are a fan of the NFL, lock in right now because I am breaking news to you. There is a rule change in the dynamic kickoff that if you do a touchback. Last year, it was the 30, and now it is the 35. Now, I am not a math major, but if you have dudes now who have the same thing that Wolverine has, adamantium, in your leg, to where now you can kick 70-yard field goals, my math says that if you get the ball in the 35, all you need to do is 3 tush pushes and then cancel the play call and just kick a field goal every single time. That's 10 times you can do that. 10 possessions times. That's 30 points a game. I mean, this is getting a little ridiculous. 70-yard field goals. Like, it just seems unreal.
I mean, no one's kicking a 70-yard field goal in December, though. I mean, maybe if you're indoors, but if you got any kind of weather, that ball's
Jacksonville,
gonna be like a rock.
Dude. Jacksonville.
It ain't even that. It ain't even the weather, right? It's just because it's regular season, right?
Yeah,
you're not gonna be like, I'm not gonna
miss it.
This.
You're giving them the ball at they're in field goal range for sure.
It's just preseason. They're like, let them have their fun. I mean, it's like
crushed it.
I mean, Titans last night, like the game wasn't out of hand. They could have kicked a field goal and made it respectable. Instead, they went for it, turned it over, and then it's like This is preseason.
When you saw at the end of the
get it.
Chargers game, I mean, the Saints are losing by I don't even know how much. I think like 17 or something, but they still kicked that last second field goal. You know, because that probably fucked over some bettors. I mean, I know some people betting on preseason games.
If you're betting on preseason,
Vegas
bro,
matters.
then no, your life has derailed if you are worried that much,
Bro,
like putting that much
there's
money
people
into
that
it.
bet on Korean baseball at like 3 o'clock in the morning. And
yes,
those are the ones I'm talking about.
Yes, I'm in a fantasy league with cats that are betting on some sports I never heard of at 2:30 a.m. I'm like, bro, your ass needs to put down the bottle and go to sleep.
You don't know who's going to play. You don't know who's going to play for sure. Like, you may think that, like, okay, Brock Purdy's not going to play, and then all of a sudden either, whatever. Like, that's just really tough. I do not recommend doing that.
It's really not about the winning and the losing at that point. It's really about having a couple bucks on it so it makes the game interesting for you.
Yeah, a couple bucks. But there are people who do not put a couple bucks, Alex. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Gamble responsibly.
Exactly. We are not sponsored by the 800 number, but I'm sure there's sure.
Hey, speaking of, since we have the expert on hand, what's the injury prognosis lately? What's going on with Khalil Shakur in Buffalo?
I think his week 1 is in question right now. So
sure.
He's not going to be getting any preseason action going, and
but you can draft him. And
well, I mean, I have the reason I'm asking is I have Josh Allen, and I am looking at like being able to snag him right now. Oh, never mind, he just got drafted. Forget that.
If you get like a guy like Josh Palmer, like with like your very last pick, because he'll probably go undrafted in a bunch of places. And if Shakir misses, he's going to be a guy that'll
not last year, but the year before. In 3 out of 4 of my leagues, my very last round flyer was Achan's rookie year, and boy.
That's solid, dude.
Did I reap that until he got hurt? But I mean, I reaped it for a while. I was like, I'm going to go ahead and take a flyer on this dude, and I was like, holy shit, this worked out good.
So that's what Alex says is like, don't even draft sometimes like a defense or kicker, because week to week you can just grab them, and then you can take extra players. Like Juwan Jennings for me was one of those guys way back when no one would draft him, and I was trying to be a homer and see like, well, I like him. He had a good preseason. Again, a homer pick, but then all right, the guy gets a few stats for you. Like, okay, when I can get whoever's the kicker for Green Bay in week 7, okay, fine, I'll just grab him. It's not a big deal.
Most of the time, you're going to be swapping out kickers and defenses a lot of times anyways, just based on the matchups. But you think about it, too, especially if you're drafting this early, you don't play for like 3 weeks. I'd rather have a bench player that I might be able to do a 2-for-1 trade or something and then just clear up that extra bench spot anyways.
Yeah, dude, this is the earliest draft I've ever done. I even told Corey, the league, in the message they were talking about trying to figure out what to do about postponing, and I was like, I'm fine with you postponing it for 2.5 more weeks. Like August 10th is crazy. This is crazy talk, man. I feel like I'm gambling.
Doing that.
So I'm a little nervous about that, but hey, man, it's all gravy. It's the way it goes, man. I would not want to be in his shoes. He's a admin of like 4 divisions and all this with all these teams, and half people aren't showing up. Like, more power to you, Corey. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
For me.
Fantasy Turf War, check it out online. They started last year. Adam was in it. Jay Harper was in it as well. A lot of our fellow sinners were in it. And they're looking to keep growing. So we're give them a shout out online and everything. But Corey, thanks for your efforts, my man. He's the only admin in Alaska. That's his tagline. Only fantasy football admin in Alaska. So
nice.
Nice. All right, let's shift gears. I know Alex is a movie buff, and I want to talk through one that is coming out because we were all kids when it original came out. I teased it that a brand new movie. I say that in jest because 35 years ago, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and we have to talk through it because Alex may not know this. When we first started on Sports Idiot Nation, Miles, T.I., and I, we found a way, kind of on accident, the first 10 episodes, I don't know how, but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles found its way into the conversation every episode. And then T.I. one day was like, you know what? Boom, I'm starting Turtles Idiot Nation. And we're like, oh, okay. And now it's up to over 4,000 followers. Like it's out of
Nice.
nothing. Like, so we are hardcore, turtle power all the way. And so I'm excited. If you have not heard, for the 35th anniversary, it came out in 1990. I was 9 years old. I think T.I. was 27.
At 27 and a half. So 27 and a half to be exact.
The elder
Adam.
statesman.
Yeah.
And it's coming back to theaters this weekend. It's coming back.
It
Alex,
is.
did you know that? And are you a turtle fan?
I don't know how you can't be a turtle fan. If you're not, you're just a weirdo to me. But especially did everybody not want to join the Foot Clan back in the day based on their hideout? Come on, that was
man. Video games, skateboards, cigarettes, Burger King, dude. Free Burger King. I don't know about you guys. I had to pay for my Burger King. They got free Burger King in 1990. Okay, that's like.
And I heard whoever stole more stereos got the bigger fries, got the super size.
That's like
fries.
You call that family, this family, and that down there family.
Yeah. And that thing down there.
And that thing down there family. Yeah.
So much for family.
Yeah.
That's what he says,
The guy who doesn't have a family, that's the
who
come full circle.
Who legitimately commits murder in the movie.
We just
the only
don't talk
murder's
about.
bad,
He's like,
whoop. Whoops. Murder. Whoops. For a PG movie.
The Turtles movie.
And he didn't murder him because he came
so dark.
He only hurt him.
That's right. It's a comic movie. We knew
attempted murder.
Yeah.
We knew.
But it is cool that what's his name, Kino from the second one, how he was one of the turtles in the original one, and they liked him so much that they created a whole role for him in the second one.
That is awesome. That is completely awesome. That story's well documented. That is so cool to know that, and he's in the opening scene. They're like, "Dream on." He's like, "All right, I will, but when I do."
You think about that. There's a lot of stuff in there that they threw in. And it's like it was just a sign of the times, right? Because today they wouldn't let that. They're not going to let a Turtles movie fat shame someone. And then
no.
Remember when Donatello was talking to Casey? He's like, "You're claustrophobic." He's like, "What'd you say?" He's like, "I never even looked at another dude." That's another thing. They're not going to allow that. It was really like a end of the 80s. It's an 80s movie that was the end of the 80s. It premiered in the 1990, but let's be real, it's an 80s movie
80s.
through and through,
For sure.
Because even the part with April O'Neil, right? I have a message for you.
Yeah.
Your mouth.
Shut it. Shut it.
Yeah.
Dude, that was, man. For PG movie, that was scary.
Yeah.
9 years old, Yeah.
That was a trade-off for sure. They were like, "Hey, we don't want them to cuss." They were like, "Well, they cuss in the comics all the time, so we'll figure it out." And there's a trade-off. Let's just let them say "damn" 4 times, or
18 times in one scene, practically. Yeah, such a great movie. It still checks out.
When Raphael walks out of the theater too, that's another thing. The Critters movie, that they have planned. That's another thing in the 80s.
Where do they come up with this?
Yeah, where they come up with this stuff? It's so funny, It's it was just
dude.
The movie was deep without trying to be. You got the scene where they're meditating over the campfire. They all think Splinter's dead as far as they know. They don't know he's still alive. And it's just so deep. They're all crying and stuff. You're not going to see that on kids' cartoons today, much less a movie.
Yeah, it was a heavy movie, man. It had all the emotions. It was So I'm excited to go back to the theater and just kind of enjoy. I have not seen it in a while, and I didn't see it on purpose. Now that I saw that it was coming back to the theater, so I'm excited. Me and some buddies are definitely gonna go to the theater, pay $16, I guess. Whatever.
Is there a do they have a special popcorn bucket for it?
I don't know. I hope.
All the rage
I will display it. Yeah. I will display it back here. Yeah, for sure.
Dude, that would be all about that.
It's all about the money. Somehow they got
those things are so popular that AMC had a booth at San Diego Comic-Con, and they had all the different popcorn buckets for sale. There.
They're collector items. Yeah, that's wild, man. There are just enough nerds. We're probably 3 of them right here that would get some of them.
Draft is complete, fellas.
Finished
it.
Nice.
That's not bad, man. I'll take it. We finished in about an hour there. I'll take it.
All right, your 4th place team hopes it Hope you do well.
We'll see. I landed in the GOATS division, so my Yahoo score worked against me. So now I am in the division with all the other high Yahoo scores. So we'll see.
Speaking
My
of
my 933 Yahoo diamond score did not help me out in this situation. Now I'm playing with other people that have those scores.
speaking of Yahoos, let's shift to some crazies. And that is if you play linebacker for the Baltimore Ravens, because first of all, yeah, which you drafted first overall, right? Your first overall pick.
I did.
Was a rat.
I mean, God, man, at pick 7, Derrick Henry's just there. Like, I already think he's really going to try to get in that Adam Sandler movie, so I just had to do it, man. And Lamar Jackson's the kind of guy. It's like, I want to see you in an Adam Sandler movie, so I'm just going to keep giving you the ball.
So, Ray Lewis thing. First of all, let me start by saying, you talk about sweeping something under the rug. Like, this guy's looked at as like a motivational speaker, all around great guy. Like,
motivational stabber? Did you say motivational stabber?
Well, and the way that story goes is he himself didn't do it, so it makes it like okay, I guess. But
he didn't snitch, is what it was. But
yeah. I think the story happened is he initiated it. He was like, started some kind of altercation or whatever, and one of his yes men were like, "I'll handle this shit." And then, of course, Ray Lewis is like, oh, God, this is going to follow me. And Ray Lewis is just like, we need to figure out something. I mean, I don't really think he stabbed somebody, but I think he was the main culprit that initiated it. He was the one that started the whole altercation, Yeah. That Disney, SNL TV Funhouse with the Disney thing with Ray Lewis. If you have never seen it, it has been, talk about swept under the rug. It has been swept under the rug, but you can find it on YouTube, and it's like a parody of like Disney cartoon movies like Bambi and all that, and it's like, Ray Lewis, you just won the Super Bowl. Where are you going? And he's like, shows him taking a bloody knife and like throwing and hopping in a limo. He's like, I ain't seen nothing. He drives in a limo and like drives off, but it's all set up like a Bambi, like Disney movie. It's a great little SNL gem from back in the day. That's really hard to find, but I'm sure you can find it if you dig harder. So, yeah, I'm with you on that. Definitely not role model number 1, but it's hard for me to say he did or didn't do it. But I think he was the main guy that made sure that happened.
Well, speaking of role model, this is what there's video, and you can go to TMZ, because if there's any video at all, TMZ has it. They will pay $1 billion. Absolutely. They don't care. They do not care. They are
There's
the
a TMZ location. There's one of the main offices here in Nashville now.
Really? They moved?
Yeah, no, they have multiple. They're like everybody else. They have multiple like home offices. Because I mean,
Gotcha.
Nashville's big. There's a lot of celebrities here. We got Morgan Wallen throwing chairs off the roof, dude.
Of course.
I mean,
it's Nashville, buddy.
It is. Nashville's wild, man. I lived here my whole life. Nashville is fucking wild, man.
Yeah, I love it. I love being there. Speaking of, let's opportunity TI quick pitch, because hopefully I can make it to one of the watch parties. Let us know what's going on real quick.
Yeah, we got the official lock in at the Low Bar Nashville. My buddies Mike Grimes and Dave Brown, long time owners of Basement East and the Basement, their top venues in Nashville. They have a little bar beneath Basement East called Low Bar, and they're looking to capitalize on the new Nashville of the fact that there's not going to be a lot of options for tailgating and things. So they have worked up with a lot of the local folks and distributors and liquor purveyors. Shout out to Neutral Vodka Seltzer Beverage Company. Forgive me if I just butchered it there. Neutral, this is our new relationship. We don't really know each other too well yet. So, but they're going to be sponsoring having shuttles, and they're going to shuttle folks back and forth to the stadium. Their Low Bar is on Woodland Street, which is about literally a 25-minute walk to the stadium. So a drive is probably like 6-7 minutes. So they're going to orchestrate shuttles back and forth. We're going to have DJs. We're going to have drink specials. And they're going to start showing Titans games like all year. But we are going to kick it off with the final preseason finale, Titans-Vikings, Friday, August 22nd. We're going to throw multiple watch parties throughout the year for a lot of road games. We're going to have it as a place, obviously, for pregame tailgating, all that. And Sports Idiot Nation, myself, Titans Idiot Nation, East Nashville Yacht Club, my buddies Morocco and RJ. Morocco has been on this show before. If you go back couple episodes, as well as the OGs of Titans Tailgating, Two-Tone Blue Nation. So this is a big deal. We're calling it the Titans Coalition. Totally new venture for us. Trying to build something that we grow. And I have a home now to where we can do this, to where there's not a lot of stipulations like, oh, well, if you don't have X amount of people walking through the door, you can't do it next week. Doesn't work like that. It's going to be one of those things where we're going to just keep building it. And as the new stadium gets built, the spots to tailgate decrease.
Dude, you can christen it. With the new stadium.
We will have this new spot that will have shovels and all that. So
dude, Nashville is just popping, man. Alex, have you been to Nashville and just partied over there before?
No, never have.
Really?
No.
Okay, dude, we need to schedule something on a rooftop.
Yeah. You two orchestrate something.
Yeah.
To coincide, and then we'll work it out, man. You guys can
draft parties or something. Dude. And next year we should do something because, dude, Nashville, it is popping, dude. Like, it doesn't matter what day.
Adam was here a couple weeks ago, or not a couple weeks ago. You were here a couple months ago.
Yeah, and I've been there multiple times and partied on the rooftops. Like, that's the thing to do. And get on a party bus and go around, a couple blocks.
I was partying on the rooftop for the NFL draft that was here. It was a blast, man.
Dude,
I was met my buddies at tailgate, and I was like, hey, let's have a couple beers and hop on the scooters. And a couple beers turned into like 6 or 7 beers. And we hopped on the scooters, and that draft crowd was so packed. Dude, we were flying in and out of people. People were like chanting out like Rough Riders, like DMX and stuff. Dude, we were giving people fist bumps. Like, we had no business driving these things through the crowd. But, man, it was the most fun I've ever had in my life. But my buddy was like, hey, we were just cooking in the middle of the sun. My buddy said, look, there's a spot right there, rooftop. And I said, let's try it. And sure enough, I went up there. It was still there. And, man, it was just so much fun. I hope the draft comes back soon, but it probably won't. But if you ever get the chance to go to the NFL draft, my God, do it. Do it.
I went when it was in Vegas in 2022. That's when I first moved to Vegas.
Did you have a blast?
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, I went by myself. I mean, it wasn't one where I was traveling with people. Like, literally my family just moved here, and it was really fun. Free to get into. Kind of a hassle on the first day because everybody was trying to get in. But super fun. I think that was when AJ Brown got traded, and I got to see that. The most fun part.
Sorry, you're breaking up on me. You're breaking up on me there, Alex. Sorry, I don't hear you. I don't really hear it.
Sore subject.
Yeah, I don't know why they thought Treylon Burks in a 4th rounder was going to be enough to cover the loss of AJ Brown, but
they didn't. That was John Robinson.
The money.
John Robinson. I trusted John Robinson for a good point. John Robinson's mom actually followed my page, and she actually commented on stuff. Sometimes she was talking about how much he loves being the GM and all this, and so I'm not going to say anything too negative, but I'm not too fond of John Robinson. But his mom's okay.
Yeah, mom's okay. His mom's a nice lady.
I will tell you though, the funnest part of going to the draft in person, because it was a really big area. You got the stage over here, and then you got your food places and all the different games and all that shit. And it doesn't matter where you are. When they say Roger Goodell is coming to the podium, everybody boos.
I know, and I don't get it. What? I talk about that every year. Haven't we moved past it? What's the deal?
Now it's just a thing. It's just a thing now.
I know, but
he
it's
might
like
world hunger.
He might as well be the Vince McMahon of the NFL right now. It's just a stick where you just
doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's just the way it is.
That's what you got.
And now it's like the thing, he likes it. Like, that's all you got? Like, it's whatever. Because deep down, he thinks that they love him. And there are a lot of fans that will never love him. And he just, I think in his head,
there might have been some people that were booing out of hatred, but I think it's just fun for everybody to boo him because it was such a thing.
It's like when all the kids were going to the Minecraft movie and they're just like losing their shit on the chicken jockey part, like throwing all their stuff. I took my kiddo to see the Minecraft. We didn't have that kind of outbreak with the chicken jockey, but I would have liked it. Would have encouraged it. I would have probably thrown my popcorn too, just to do it. But But yeah, no, I don't get it. I mean, I'm right there with you, Alex. Now it's just a pop culture thing. We do it, we boo it, we boo because we do.
We do.
But there's some guys like, well, why do we do it? Just because we do it. That's why.
Our grandfather.
Yeah, tradition.
Never
it's tradition. It's like It's like when I got married, I asked my wife, I was like, well, why are we registered for all these pots and pans? Can't I just register for a fucking TV? She's like, well, the people don't do that. And I was like, well, guess what? We do.
Yeah.
Like who made the tradition?
Yeah.
You know what? They made the tradition when flat screen TVs didn't fucking exist. So
have you heard of 4K? Like, they didn't have that. And now it's like,
trying to
I need
watch
to watch
football.
Yeah.
They were fucking watching stick and hoop, like, come on. There's some real sports going on.
Oh, good derailment as always on Sports Edit Nation. But what we were actually getting to, I was trying to explain what
We were
happened
talking about stuff
with T-Sizzle, a man.
Terrell Suggs, T-Sizzle.
So this is what happened. The video got released. So this actually happened back in March of 24. But the legal system, and if you have money, you can throw money at it to make it go away. But this story was published 3 days ago on the 8th. Of the video has surfaced, and you can see that basically, if you don't remember what happened, if you've slept since March of 2024, you may not remember that he was in an altercation at a public place that had cameras, and this guy backed up into him, and he said, "Hey man, back up." And then the guy's like, "Hey, you want to go?" And then he called him a cracker. And then
wait. He called Terrell Suggs a cracker?
No, make it make sense.
Inaccurate.
Make it make sense.
Okay.
So that's what T-Sizzle said to this. Obviously, he was a white man to call him a cracker. I still don't understand how come I have to say the N-word? Like I can't say the word, but I can say cracker just fine. So obviously, one word is not as bad as the other.
There are lots of different crackers. There's saltines. There's toasties. There's roasted. There's Captain's wafers.
There's TIs.
TIs, yes, TIs crackers. There's animal crackers.
Yeah,
animal crackers. There are a lot of crackers that white people like. So
there was the altercation, and he flashed a gun and said, "I will kill you."
And that's probably not a good option.
The video's out there, and basically he got a slap on the wrist. But I just think in the comment section of TMZ, it says, if a guy goes 10 miles an hour over the speed limit, he can get 60 years. But a guy does that, and it's like a slap on the wrist if he has money. And it's like, well, yeah, welcome to the United States, buddy. Like, if you don't like it, move somewhere else then. Go to the Rio de Janeiro, get your hand chopped off or something.
Capitalism is king.
Man, it is wild what you can get away with.
Yeah, well, I mean, just par for the course for a Ratbird. So, just the way it goes. They find themselves in a lot of trouble and altercations that they probably don't need to be in, and that's just par for the course. So, we usually when they come to Nashville and visit and do preseason games, or even if it's a playoff game, they often get off the bus in like orange jumpsuits. So that's just the way it goes, So shout out to the Ratbirds, my favorite non-division team. Favorite non-division team outside of Derrick Henry producing for my fantasy team this year. Right. Thank you, Derrick.
And being in an Adam Sandler movie, so
that's right. Good. That's right.
2,000 yards. Here it comes.
2,000 yards.
Yeah. It's gonna happen no matter what. I think at this point because now
it should. Yeah, 17 games and you get an extra game. I mean, Chris Johnson did it. Although that all-purpose yards that year was ridiculous. Nobody will ever touch that.
Was that like 24 or what was that?
It was like he accounted for over 2,500 yards a year, man.
That's in a 16-game season.
I mean, there were quarterbacks that didn't get that,
Yeah. And he's smaller than A-Chain. We talked about how small that dude is.
Yeah.
Chris Johnson. Man, that dude was like Tyreek Hill speed.
Dude, I was there's a game where his cleats went straight to Canton. Is the game that he got. It was either two receiving touchdowns and a rushing touchdown, or 2 rushing and receiving. I can't remember what it was. Against the Texans, I was there the day taking photographs on the sidelines of that game, and I have a couple photos of him breaking. I've said before on the show, my stepdad was a photographer. My ex-stepdad was a photographer for Athlon, and I would go to some games and just pretend to be a photographer. I would just carry a camera around my neck, and every now and then I'd take some photos. Really, I was just watching the game on the sidelines. But I was at that game, took a lot of photos, and I just remember just like seeing him take one cut. It was like you see it, you're like, oh, he's gone. Oh, he's gone. It was just unreal. Like he lost a step, but man, when he was those 2 or 3 years when he was clicking, there wasn't a soul in the entire league that could catch that dude. He was unreal to see in person. So he's still all this day. I know everybody loves Eddie and Steve and everybody, but man, Chris Johnson's my all-time favorite Titan. Still got his jersey, still rock it. Anytime I go to the game, I wear the Chris Johnson jersey. It's just he made me like he made me excited to be a Titans fan. I like watching football, but he made me be like, what's this dude's going to do?
Chris Johnson, he's so good
You know?
at football that he runs faster in pads than without pads.
Yeah, dude. He was unreal,
That's a
man.
great way to say
in that year he ran for 2,000 yards, he tweeted out, he was like, anybody got Peyton Manning address? I need to go pick up my MVP award. I just love his personality, man. I just love that dude. He's just a clown, you know, so a lot of people didn't like he was a clown, but man, I love the fact I was like, he's just a kid that stumbled across being fast and made a name for himself.
Yeah, let's do it.
Know?
No, hard to hate on that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so last story here, guys. We haven't talked about any women today, so I feel like it's high time. So
Trevor Lawrence? We talking about Trevor Lawrence?
Sunshine.
Got some great hair.
Yeah, I'm jealous for sure. We all should be.
Parts of my hair is jealous. Mostly the center part where there's no hair.
Yeah. Right. So over the weekend in Major League Baseball, for the first time ever, we had a female umpire. And the way they do, when you're an umpire, the way they do it is obviously these baseball, there's series, 3-4 games, whatever. And so Jen Powell, she started at first base, but just yesterday, she was calling balls and strikes. She was behind the plate. And I saw this first on, shout out to John Boy Media.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Man,
hilarious.
Hilarious
on baseball
work.
Stuff. Yeah, like his voice, like the way he cracks jokes, like it's just good. It would be so amazing to get him on this very program. But the dude is just funny. And the way he's like reading lips, I love when they do that. And it's like, it's always on point. Like you can see the managers yelling at the ump and you can like read his lips. Yeah, this guy's saying, oh yeah, well this, oh yeah. Well, anyway, the very first pitch was so inside, it almost broke the guy's patella. And sure as shit, strike. She just called it a strike, just like a woman. Make up her own zone, her own rules. Who knows? We're just living in her world, obviously. But shout out to her.
I mean, anything that involves 3 and 4 balls is a little confusing for women. So, they're doing their best. They're doing their best. Okay, doing their best, Adam.
I know. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be an unpopular opinion, but like, what do we even need umpires for to call balls and strikes anymore? It seems like it's getting way too subjective at this point.
Yeah,
the robo thing.
It's robot time. Come on, man. I've said it before. Baseball has to be the first sport to just fully go robot. Like, come on, man.
We're talking
in the minor leagues, they're
to
doing
make
it kind of.
Something that happens in what, like 0.3 seconds, 0.3 of a second, and then you have like a half of a second to like make a decision on what you're gonna do. It's like it's getting hard.
Yeah. It could just vibrate. If it's a strike, you could like have something like in your pocket or in your hand, and when the pitch comes in, within 3 seconds it'll tell you, and then
I'm gonna just get a shock collar. That's what we should get a shock collar, and if it's a strike,
I'm gonna get real.
Yeah.
I've spent many hours really thinking this through. I'm gonna get real in depth with you guys, so hopefully you can follow along. But how about just a light that pops up that's green or red? Like, oh, it's red. Okay, it's definitely a strike.
That was a strike.
Green. Yeah. Oh, it's a ball. Okay,
because like now,
problem solved.
Now even add in a runner's running to second and just all the movement and everything that's happening and just
a heat sensor, right? Oh, the Predator. Let's just make the Predator be a ref.
Yeah.
I'm for that.
Nobody will question
at all, for sure. I wouldn't. Would you question him? I'm sorry, Mr. Predator. Yes, sorry, 100% strikeout. Even though I just hit a home run, it's a strikeout.
I may question that. I do not question that. You definitely need to follow Sports Edit Nation wherever you get your social media. Also, remember the link to grab Alex. He does one-on-ones. You can pay to play with him as far as grabbing him for, hey, some advice
slow it down.
We're gonna have to reword that a little bit.
Grabbing him.
What's
going on, Adam? This is an
there.
OnlyFans. We're one-on-ones, pay to play, grabbing.
I'm
slow it down.
You don't grab his balls. You
I'm
grab
kind of
his
titillated
time
right now, Adam. I'm
in-
kind of titillated. I need you to
in
dial it
order
back a
to
notch.
talk through
Okay?
like a
kid's watching.
Josh Jacobs maybe, or if you want
Or an
him
A-Chan.
to draft along with you, you
Oh.
can do that, but you got to get a hold of him. The way to do that is right here in the link. So click it.
So
be there or be.
do we have to
an
pay
idiot.
extra for the happy endings though? If we're grabbing
That's
him
what I
and
was
all
gonna
that,
say.
like,
This sounded like
when
something
you win a
that'd be written.
championship,
because
This sounds like something that was written on like the inside of a stall in Dumb and Dumber.
kick his ass, Seabass.
yeah, if that's Seabass, if that...
Good
all right,
stuff.
reminder,
Good stuff.
Sports City Nation every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, which means we will see you Wednesday. Thank you for watching this episode of Sports Idiot Nation. Remember, we are on all social media and on YouTube, and the podcast can be found on Spotify and Apple Podcast. Remember, new episodes are every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And remember, because you watch Sports Idiot Nation,
You would be the smartest idiot in the whole world.